Most of the signs and symptoms that I was feeling was congestion in my head. I was having sinus headaches pretty regularly, about 2 or 3 times a week, and it was getting so that I just didn't really want to be knocked out half the time, because some of the stuff that I was taking just was kind of making me sleepy and that kind of stuff. And if I had to do something, I couldn't take it, so I just had to suffer. So that's kind of the reason we decided that I needed to do something and get it checked again and see if there was anything he could do. The first visit, we went through what I had done before. Had some procedures done in the last 20 years, and so we kind of went through all that and went through some of the medicines that I was taking, some of the nasal sprays that I was using that weren't working, and those kinds of things. And then he set up a CT scan for me so that we could see what was going on. He noticed that there was things on the CT scan that needed to be corrected, and the turbinates needed to be shrunk down again. And I've had these other procedures done in the hospital, and he said, well, we're doing it in the office now. And I said, well, that's great, because it's real convenient by being done here in the office. You're not having to go under anesthesia, which means you got to have somebody to be with you and to drive you home. I don't have to do that, and really I'm not going to have too much of a real problem that I can think of, because other than the numbness that I've got right now. But it's kind of like going to the dentist. You have that numbness afterwards, and after it goes away, I'm sure it'll be fine. Once we got in here and he got me numbed up, for the most part, I didn't feel anything. There was some pressure whenever he was doing the top sinuses. And you hear some cracking of some of the bones that he needed to reposition, but for the most part it wasn't too bad. If they're having the kinds of symptoms that I was having, I would recommend having it done in the office rather than going through the surgery at the hospital, because you don't have to be under any anesthesia. The other thing is, since they're doing this, they have to intubate you, and if they intubate you, you're going to have a sore throat, and that you don't have to worry about. I don't have a sore throat, except for my face being a little bit numb right now. I'm fine.